Hi learners, welcome to the Bravo Easy to Speak English course, and the exercise that I have with you today, it's called synonyms and antonyms. So what is synonyms and what is antonyms? Synonyms are words that are similar or have related meanings. So it's either similar or it has relation to one another. Antonyms are words that mean the opposite of each other. So it's totally opposite. Now this is something that you really need to know when you're using English grammar, because this is a little bit of a vocabulary exercise for you. So the more words you know in synonyms and antonyms, then more better you will be in letter writing, because you will have the vocabulary improved and you will be able to use the vocabulary to show what a performance you can make when you're writing the skills, because writing skills have to be an interesting skills. If you don't write your letter or write your essay or write to the company or even present your interview in writing, it should be interesting. So the more vocabulary you are aware of, the better you will become in English writing. So this is a vocabulary exercise, and let's just go through some of the vocabulary of the synonyms and antonyms for you to see the commonly used ones. And again, I will have to tell you that there will be loads more in the dictionary, loads more in Google and on the website that you can see to practice your synonyms and antonyms words exercise. So let's just go into the each category and see some words that means the similarity and that means the opposite, for you to be able to practice this exercise a little bit more in depth. So in our vocabulary exercise today, we are going to go into the depth of seeing the similar meaning of or it's called synonyms. Right, let's just take 10 common words that you come across and how you could describe the one word in several different words which has similar meaning. Big, you can say large, you can say huge, you can say massive. It all depends on where you're using in the sentence or when you're talking. So if you want to say big, and then you can say like it's a large house, it's a big house, it's a huge house, it's a massive house. So it's like it describes the same meaning, but where you're going to use it, and it's a similar meaning. So when you're using a word, and the whole idea of synonyms is you don't want to repeat the words. So if you want to say something about a house or something about a land or something about something that is big, and you have to repeat the word big in the same sentence or in the paragraph or the letter. You don't want to repeat big, big, big. It just sounds very boring, and it sounds like as if you don't know the vocabulary. So there are lots of words that you can have similar meaning to it, which explains the same, and you can show off your vocabulary with other ways, like in different paragraphs or different statements. You want to say about the same thing, you can just use different words which has the meaning, and that improves your vocabulary. It improves your letter writing, and when a person is reading, it makes it more interesting to read about one content. Second one is small. So the similar words to small will be little, tiny, short. So there's I'm giving you 3 examples where I can, so that you can see one word will have the different meanings and the different way of saying the word to one meaning. Funny, silly, playful, crazy. Happy, glad, joyful and cheerful. Look, see, glance, stare, watch, it all comes under look. And present, gift, reward, award, it all comes under present. Quick, fast, swift, express. Tall, high, big, huge. Garbage, trash, junk, waste. Famous, well known, popular and notable. Now this is you really have to memorize it. There's no other way you're going to learn about the vocabulary of English by just talking about it. The more you memorize it, the more you have to practice. So when you speak to people, try and use a little bit elaborated words more than simple words. So when you're saying, oh, I'm looking at it, just show off your English a little bit by saying, oh, I like the glance of that, instead of I like the look of it. So when you're using like a little hi-fi word of the same meaning, you know, it sounds better and it gives you that confidence when you talk. So the more vocabulary you know, the more confident you will be in speaking and writing the language. So we've seen some of the examples with synonyms, and let's go into antonyms, which is not similar meaning, it's opposite meaning. So you have seen the similar meanings here. Now we are going to do the reverse exercise, which is totally opposite of the meaning of the words. We are going to be seeing some examples of antonyms, and antonyms means the opposite meaning. So we've seen the similar meanings before, now we are going to see the opposite meanings. And the reason I have only given you one example is because a word is there, it's just a literal opposite meaning of that word. And if you want to give the variation, then you need to go into that word and see the similar meanings to give the opposite meaning. So here add, subtract. So you add, you subtract, you take it off. Big, small, boy, girl, clean, dirty. Say for example, you want to use a different word for clean, then you need to see the similar word to dirty and then use that against the word which is clean. Close, open, day, night, fail, pass, false, true, east, west, and long and short. So this is just a very few, because there is a limitation to how much I can go on also. And so what you can do is, like, when you have some time, please go through the website of Bravo Easy to Learn English, or go into Google and type in antonyms words, and then you would see loads of words will come up, and then you can learn them to get your English vocabulary straight. So thank you very much for watching this small exercise, and it's an exercise with vocabulary words which are very important in reading and writing English. So try and learn a little bit more words, like target yourself to learn about 20 words a day. So that way, like you have learned 20 words, and the next day another 20 words, like that. If you just go on also, it makes it interesting. And as you start learning about them, you would find yourself very proud of yourself to see how much you know in the language. Because as English language is a very vast language, it just can't be taught in one lesson. So it's the lesson we are taking is just to give you the example of what is available in English grammar. You really have to go into each and every exercise after watching it to exercise yourself to get more words known and learned. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in another exercise very soon. Thank you.